views and opinions expressed on the Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yeah, it's in the she ruckus. Dead beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting paper, seats in the club, hands up in the air. Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you guys for joining us for the Sunday night live stream every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Big Llama Show on YouTube, the exclusive home for all things Big Llama Show. I've been working on that. Let me bring on my co-host and friends, Blackout AD and our producer, Big Poppy Angie. Welcome to the show.
What up, man?
What up?
You were just chatting it up in the background there. Oh,
what
man.
do, Big Llama?
Man, listen, it's been a week of highs and lows, and the lows are more on the personal side for me in terms of work and all this nonsense. So I'm kind of burnt from the personal side of my life, but on the content side, burning it up. So I'm just really, really excited to finally be here on a Sunday night, talk to you guys for a little bit, talk some topics and some things, and just kind of let loose and unwind a little bit, let a little bit of that tension out tonight. So how you guys doing?
I'm good, man. How Medium Llama? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Your hair's flowing like usual.
Thank you.
Go one time for us. Hit us with it.
I do need a haircut. I can't do that.
Just one time.
The hairline's real bad.
No, go ahead.
Do it one more time.
There it is.
There
it is.
That's it.
The prettiest hair in all of the Big Llama Show.
Yes. Have to.
Man, if I took my hat off, you guys would be terrified.
We don't want you to do that. We also don't want you to turn your hat forward.
No.
I'm gonna start a Reddit page just for keeping Llama's hat backwards.
Well, the next Be Kind Rewind podcast features you, my friend, and so I will honor your request. I'll honor your request.
Thank you,
and keep the hat backwards. It's like personas, right? It's like you get one kind of llama, this one, the front words, the backwards, but it's off brand. It's off brand for me. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel on. I think we're recording tomorrow, right? We're gonna record tomorrow night. So.
Are we gonna tell them what movie, or let that be a secret?
It's up to you, man. I think it's fine to let people know because get people excited. Unless you want to tease it out and just wait to see.
No, I mean, we could just tell them.
All right, let's go.
You tell them. It's your show.
All right.
Not to.
So, tomorrow night we will be recording the most epic Be Kind Rewind podcast that we've done to date, and that is because we will be doing the one and only movie, the one movie that AD I think started his Asian obsession.
It's Aladdin.
The Fast and the Furious Part 3, Tokyo Drift.
Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm hyped to talk about it because we've talked about it on stream and like in passing. Like everybody in Blackout kind of has an affinity for that movie besides maybe Bird, but everybody has like memories of that movie where they're like, yo, like that was a decent movie, especially in like retrospect. But I'm excited to talk about it because I've never talked about it in long form of like why I love the movie. Like I have memories of like the day I watched it for the first time. So I'm excited to get into that stuff, but I'm also excited because it's introducing the Fast and Furious franchise to Be Kind Rewind podcast. And I think the first 2 episodes are going to have a lot of Blackout members, make an appearance on these episodes. So I think it's like a leeway into like more good content for us, not only with this podcast, but a couple others coming after.
No, for sure, for sure. So I'm hitting up people and I'm trying to get people on the calendar, on the books.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's just a lot of fun, and it is a different podcast for me. It's a little less, formulaic. It's less scripted. Um, what I try to do in it is it's again, the premise of the Be Kind Rewind podcast is essentially a couple of friends sitting down, drinking some beers or drinking some adult beverages, and just chatting it up, talking about the movies that they love or hate, and just enjoy ourselves, just have fun with it. The only thing I do is I'm inviting people who have a love for the movie. So it's not, I think I get more enjoyment if I'm with a guest or somebody who loves the movie just either as much as me or more. And the first two guests loved the movies they watched more than I did, and they drove the show. And it was so much fun to get their insights. Our last one that we released was the Departed with Hercules Outlaw, and our first one was with Jay Birdie, Goodfellas. So, and I am surprised in its performance in terms of the channel. I honestly did not expect it to get a lot of hits on YouTube, but I think the first one got 100+ hits or views. I think we're almost in the 60s with The Departed, and it's only been out a couple of days, and it's actually outperforming my last reaction video, which was VHS. So, but that's okay. That's okay. I think giving people different content, and the cool thing was, if you guys saw it, I was able to release like a schedule, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday schedule, because we had all that content ready to go. So I don't know that it's going to be that way every time, but I'm doing my best to see what I can put out as fast as I can. Yeah. But the podcast will be out if we have one, it'll be out Friday or Saturday, because we could release one, we could record tomorrow and I could release it Tuesday, but then that doesn't give a lot of people time to listen to the other podcast that we just did. And I want that a little bit of time to marinate, and then we'll hit it for probably Friday or Saturday. But yeah, I'm excited. It's been a lot of fun. So a lot of beer has been drank for sure in the podcast.
I for your channel, I think it's good because it's like the consistency of uploading. Obviously, like you said, it's outperforming, and you know me, like I'm always looking at the numbers. Like I watch your channel, I watch everybody's shit, like, and see how everybody's things are performing. But with that, I look at it like it's almost like a niche where you're hitting like the movies you can't react to because you've already seen them, right? But you're giving them long form conversation, which, as somebody who I live on YouTube and watch long form conversations about movies, TV shows, everything we talk about, I'm watching other people talk about it in long form. So I'm very dialed into that. So I'm like, man, this is giving Llama just another atmosphere for him to like showcase his love for the movies. And like you said, like the people you're having on, like Bird and Herc really performed on these videos. Like me listening to them, I'm like, oh, these guys are like going in. They're giving like solid points. And I just look at your new podcast as like a new avenue to get other people's attention, even to your reaction. So like, it's good that your new podcast, only 2 episodes in, is outperforming your last reaction, because it's like those are 2 different audiences that you're gonna find. So,
oh yeah,
I'm excited.
And we gained some followers, and I had some comments on there, so people are engaging with the content. I think the podcast though, and I think Hercules had mentioned it when we gamed the other night. The audio is surprisingly good in terms of like the quality, and how, even if we talk over each other a little bit, it's pretty clean. So again, I'm just very happy with the product. I think it looked really great. I had fun, and I always tell you this is when I even after Sunday night live streams, I will sit down and I'll watch the stream, or I'll listen to the stream on my way to work the next day. And if I'm laughing, if I'm engaged in it, I feel like it's a good show. So the same thing happened with both podcasts. I listened to both on my way to work and found myself hearing new things that I either missed during the conversation, but enjoying it just as much. And visually, that's the one part. Like if you can't see the image, am I seeing the images in my brain? And yes, like the way that Hercules, the way that Birdie painted the picture of what they were talking about was incredible, because I can see the images, I can see it as I'm driving. So again, very excited about it. I'm thankful for you guys for helping me. Again, AD, we're going to record tomorrow, so hopefully another banger with Tokyo Drift. I got some surprises on that one for you, and some fun facts. So can't wait to get into Tokyo Drift tomorrow and record. So we'll be releasing that later this week. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, the unsung hero of the Fast franchise. A couple of things before we start on any topics. We're going to get to the chat in just a second. Shout out to Little Llama. His birthday was the 5th. Which was this week, and so he had the day off on the 5th from school, just because the school was out, so he got lucky there. Spent the day with him, and we had a family / friends party today at the house. So happy birthday to Little Llama. He's 15, man. He's got to go get his learner's permit now, and so it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We had some family over, and I enjoy having family over the house. I enjoy people coming. But again, happy birthday, Little Llama.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. And then last thing is VHS, man. Dude, that movie. That movie was interesting and fun and scary as hell. And I honestly, at first, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the movie. And I was kind of confused. I'm like, they keep showing this one crew at this guy's house. Then I realized, okay, they're watching these videos. And then these videos are these crazy vignettes of these guys doing and getting killed and all this stuff. But just horrifically, like scary, and it had all the jump scares I needed. But I literally was creeped out at the part where they were in the woods, and I was like, "Damn, this looks like what Hercules described about where his house looks like." The woods with the trails and all that stuff. And I was like, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no!" And you guys, if you see my face, like genuine horror, I am like, I don't know what I'm watching. And I think I even pointed at the screen a couple of times. So I was terrified. I was terrified for sure. And you had made a comment, AD. It was my shortest commentary and reaction.
Yeah, I was like, this guy was really spooked, man. I felt bad because I did forget about the motion sickness shit.
Yeah.
You're old as hell. I forgot about that. That's my fault. But honestly, if I would have remembered, I would have told you, like, hey, watch it at your own risk, whatever. But the reactions I knew you were gonna have, because I remember the first time I watched that, like when I was young as hell. So I was still like impressionable by like the Jehovah's Witness stuff, and then like watching that was like such a weird dynamic. So I was like, I was affected by it. So I knew when you were asking about like scary movies, like, oh, this one's gonna scare him for sure.
Yeah.
And yo, you had like legit like 5 minutes of commentary. I was like, all right, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, and that's what it was. Is like, I was like, there wasn't a whole lot of trivia, which usually MDB has like pages and pages and pages of trivia. So when I got to the trivia, I was like, oh, it's kind of short. But my commentary, I honestly was like, I got to wrap this up. I really don't want to sit back.
No,
here
but there was one
any
thing. There was something you said. You were like, he's like, I have stuff I want to say, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. Something like that, like of along that nature. And I was like, why? So like when I saw how short it was, I was like, you should have just let loose on what you were thinking. Like it would have extended it a tiny bit longer, probably. But it was a good reaction because you were really.
I was freaked out. And again, when I walk back to to go to bed, it's dark. The whole house is dark. The lights are off, and here I am flipping lights all the way to the room, and but I still have those images burned in my brain. I still have the stupid webcam one where the little girl jumps behind him. I was freaked the hell out. So, guys, if you haven't seen the reaction to VHS, watch it. It's a pretty good one. This week on the show, outside of the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, which will be our next podcast, I'm going to be reacting to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've never watched that movie because I heard it was based on a true story. So when I hear based on a true story, I don't want to watch. I don't want to know the horrific, nature of things. And I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared on this one, only because, like, in my brain, I go, if this was based on something true, then it could actually happen. So that's I'm psyching myself up for my recording. So,
Llama wants no beef with anybody, bro. Llama wants no beef, bro. He's cool.
Exactly. No. Big Poppy Angie, let's start at the top of the chat. Let's see who we got here before we start getting into some of our topics. Let me know what you got there. Let's see. All right, we got Big Homie saying, let's go. Llama Nation and Blackout. Yes.
You already know.
All right, we got Ace in the place. Right? Oh, Ace in the place. That's like
oh my God. It's good.
That's
like
a commercial.
Ace in the places. Was it the hardware store?
Ace is the place with help for
this guy knows
help for hardware folks or something like that.
Something like that.
Well, welcome, Ace.
We all know. Pablito.
Pablito.
Okay, bedtime.
This guy is a character, man. I don't know anything about him other than he scares me a little bit, but
yo, I'll tell you, it's funny because on chat I'm like, yo, Pablo's the only person that made Llama really uncomfortable with like what he said, and honestly, Pablo knew exactly what part it was too. So I was like, oh, that's hilarious. But he adds something to the chat that like he starts roasting like Bird and Gabe, like. He's roasting everybody, really. He started roasting me the last couple of episodes that he's been on, but he's been on for probably like a couple of weeks now. It's a good addition, man. So shout out Pablo.
Yeah, shout out to Pablo, man. That again, he tells some stories and
he's got some stories, yo.
Yeah, and I'm just like, did I hear that right? Okay.
What I love too is like he'll be like, "Are you streaming?" And like if I say no, his story will get a little crazier. But if I say yeah, he'll tell the story in like the perfect like way you can tell it on stream. So it's like, yo, this guy's ready. Like this guy's content mode right now. Yeah, yes, sir. So shout out Pablo, man.
Shout out to Pablo for sure. He says you guys look great. Well, thanks, Pablo.
Look at all fucking tip of the cap to you, buddy.
Thanks, Pablo. Jay Birdie says, what the flock is up, bitches?
Hey, Bird.
Birdie's in the building. Big Homie says brimless or nothing. Okay,
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's the brand. It's the brand, bro.
All right, so I'll switch it up.
And it looks awkward. Also, should I be that guy and like call something out or tell you off screen?
You could tell
about your glasses. About your glasses.
Oh God,
the new filter you use on these podcasts really showcases you have no lenses in your glasses. Bro, I'm like, bro, that looks like straight skin, bro. Because it's like a darker tone. So you can see his like skin. It's like this guy got no lens.
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, hey, this is what you signed me up for. You know, I'm gonna tell you how it is.
That's why we're here.
Exactly. If you guys are gonna be honest with me, who would be, right? Big Homie also says, "Was this
my ride?" That's how he says it in Tokyo Drift.
Oh my God! Class. Can't wait. Why is there no Llama Show Discord?
So Birdie brought up a good point. He was like, why isn't there like a Discord where, while we're watching the Llama Show, they're chilling in the chat, in a Discord chat, talking to each other, but watching the Llama Show. So I thought that was a good point. Like maybe we should start the community within the community.
Oh God, for sure. If my old ass, if I knew how to do it, let's go. Let's get it going. Listen, you're lucky I get onto your fight companion like.
No, you've been utilizing the Discord a little bit, but you see the power of it though. Like,
it's great. No, it is great. I'm not downplaying it at all. I just don't know exactly what I'm doing, so I gotta learn. Those things.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But I think when he said that, I was like, that's a good point because, like I said, it's the community within. If you're really entrenched in the Big Llama Show, you're gonna be in the Discord. If you're just watching on face value, you're watching in the chat, which is dope because they'll both be there.
No, for sure. So no, I'll check that out. I know I have a.
You have your own. Yeah, you have your own.
Yeah,
you have to set,
I just don't know what I'm doing with it.
The thing is, I feel like everybody knows. Even like the fight. Like I have a stream Discord for us that is like locked for like other people. Like there's like everybody in Blackout's kind of like in it, and then everybody else can't. But everybody goes to the Fight Companion just because it's like common knowledge. But
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
bro, I'll be there like watching like whatever. I'll be watching like a show or something in the Discord, and then somebody will pop in and be like, "Yo, what up?" And I'm like, "How do you know to come in here?" Like, so
How do you know I'm here?
yeah. So the Discord community has been great, man. It's been a real asset to Blackout, to be honest.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good. All right, let's see. Big Homie says, "I'm down everything Harry Potter, Llama."
Oh, that's the guy.
But I go by my pick in the pocket. It's a little different genre than the others. No, that's fine. I mean, I'd love to talk Harry Potter. So Big Homie, if that's your slice, man, let's go. Let's go for it.
I want to be on
the
the Chamber of Secrets episode though, for sure.
Oh, I'll take the what is it called? Prisoner of Azkaban, or I'll take the
Ooh.
what was the Olympic one? Or
No,
whatever.
mine's
Oh,
Goblet
Goblet
of
of
Fire.
Fire.
Mine is
Yes,
Goblet of Fire.
I want to be on that one too.
I would need to be on that one.
Cedric.
I will.
That's my boy.
That's my boy. Oh
My
God, I
boy.
cry every time, man. I tear
Oh.
up every time.
Bless
That's
you.
my boy. I'm like,
That's my
no.
son. That's my son.
Oh, dude, that move, Goblet of Fire to
Fire.
me. Chat, fight me on this one, please. I'd love to hear what your favorite one is, but mine is Goblet of Fire for sure.
It's
So
good.
So Big Homie, we might start a little something there with the Harry Potter discussion. That might be a good definitely a good one to go through, because we recently rewatched them a couple of months ago, or we tried to watch them to the end. I think we got to the last one and we just stopped. But anyway, Hercules says, "Yo,
Big Herc." Shout out Herc. We had a good content day last night. Like me, you, Herc, Gabe. It was a good time.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Hercules says, "What it do, Llama crew?" All right, hey, welcome, man. Welcome, Big Herc. Let's see. We got who do we have down here? Oh, Chat Mom, Happy Hunters Moon, Blackout Crew, and Llama.
I don't know what that means.
Is that like the moon that's out?
Yeah.
She would know these things.
She would know these things, bro.
Living in the jungles of New Jersey.
It's like your retrogrades off. Whatever that means, Chapman. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm sorry. Just apologize.
Happy Hunters Moon. Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right.
There was
I
a
hope I'm
full
not-
moon yesterday, so it
I
makes
hope I'm
sense.
not
Why
cursing to
Hercules.
anybody what that means.
Probably not.
So she also says happy birthday to Little Llama. So thank
Let's
you very much
go.
there. Mr. Andrew Moss from across the pond, the UK.
Hey,
Mr. Moss.
Across the
every
pond, that's
evening.
crazy to me.
It is crazy. It is crazy. Him and I think I got someone from Sweden and someone from New Zealand who wrote to me. And it's
Wow.
I find that insane, like that somebody from the UK watches my show. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. Andrew also says happy birthday to Little Llama. Hercules is excited. He says, "Ooh, Harry Potter would be fun."
Yeah.
Okay. And he's also wishing a shout out to Little Llama. Happy birthday there. Andrew Moss is talking to Big Poppy. He says, "Poppy, if you want a good laugh, ask Big L to share the ad that he sent me." I got to think about that one, Andrew. I got to think about that one. I know he's 19, but I got to think about it.
I'll ask later.
Okay.
Figure it out.
We got to get that one offline.
We gotta get them offline.
Get that one offline.
What it do, Madison, the homie?
Okay, I was just say, anyone know who Madison is? Well, welcome, Madison. Welcome to the show. Let's see what else we got here. It's a good movie. Is that
Texas
Texas Chainsaw
That's
Massacre?
Chainsaw.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw is based on a couple of true stories. Oh shit!
Have more than one?
Exactly. I don't.
He did it
even
more
know
than
that.
once?
Leatherface. Let's see, Ace. Even some of the remakes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard there were a bunch of remakes and a bunch of iterations of the story. But I heard the original is like, the based on a true story. And then once it was successful, it made many more movies and sequels. But shit, again, I'm a little nervous for my recording, but I'll get through it.
I don't think anything's gonna be worse than VHS though. That was
no, that was bad.
Yeah,
that was bad. I think Paranormal Activity would
not even
it wouldn't rival it, but like it was one of those that scared me pretty good, but not VHS scared me many times over.
Yeah.
So, let's see. L Daddy says he tells DuckTales based off true events. All right, L Daddy.
He's talking about Pablo.
Is that it?
I think so.
Who is L Daddy? Anybody know?
Yeah, he be playing with us on our stream as well.
Oh, okay.
We just call him Al. I forgot what his stream name was. We were in his lobby the other day. We were terrorizing kids. It was great.
Yeah, I told you I got terrorized in a couple of lobbies on my own just for camping, and
well, don't camp, dude.
I'm just there to have fun, man. I'm there to just kill some time. Let's see. Andrew Moss telling us it's based on true story by current Hollywood standards. Okay. Gabe's in the building. Gabe, welcome.
Finally, dude. He said, I'm here finally, dude.
Funsky 40 is in the building. Hey, yo. Welcome, Funsky. Funsky's become the show regular, man.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to Charles. I know Charles isn't on tonight, but he's on every time afterwards. He comments on every single video, the night after and the next day. And appreciate that guy. If you're listening, thank you, Charles. Let's see, Pablo. L Daddy needs a new hobby. Okay. Now we're going through some chat stuff here. Let's see. All right, so Funsky says, saw your VHS reaction. You need to watch the remaining 3 movies of the series. Especially, that's going to be a tough task there, Funsky. Especially the last one, VHS 98, is the scariest. It gets worse?
Yeah, way worse. The stories get way worse. But somebody mentioned that. I was like, he's not watching anymore. Guaranteed. I was like, guaranteed he's not watching anymore.
Well, I don't mind watching movies and series that you guys recommend, and even if it scares me, it's fun to do the reaction. But if I can help it, like I'm like, I don't know about this one. But it's good. It's all good, man. It's all good. So maybe I'll do another one.
He's lying to you guys. I saw it in his eyes. I saw it in his eyes.
You saw my eyes? My eyes are hardly open.
That man didn't have anything in him. He's like,
no. I might be done. Funsky, we'll see. Let's see. Chat Mom says Casey was done when Dobby died, and then they couldn't stop sobbing after Snape. Oh
no, it wasn't as bad as what's his name from the Goblet of Fire. It wasn't as bad.
My son.
That scene was so sad. He's just screaming. The whole band stops.
Yeah, like they're all like celebrating.
They're like, oh.
But yeah, no, Dobby was a sad one, and Snape for sure. But yeah, I hear that guy's voice every time, and I'm like tearing up. I just can't. Goblet of Fire. Damn you, Goblet of Fire. It's a full moon, you fart knockers.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Just say that. Don't scare me. Trying to put a spell on me.
You calling her a witch?
Yeah,
no.
What's up, dude?
Where are you going with
she
this?
might be. Be careful, dude.
I know.
Answer for your comments.
They live in the woods. You don't know what happens in there, dude.
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
What's that from Hocus Pocus? Amok. That's what they're doing. Hercules says Hunter's Moon is a full moon for October. When you visit us, Llama, we will have a calendar for you. No.
That's nice.
Hercules, I'm going to stay at the hotel near the city. We will meet up, sure, and I will hang out. But the minute it gets dark, I'm out the door. I'm in the car, getting to where there's lights and
I'm not driving in that place, dude.
Nah, man, Ubering it. No, not even that, man. I don't know, man.
Even worse. Trusting somebody else.
Yeah, the Uber guy could be on VHS. All right. The Don Father is here. Welcome, Mr. Don Father. Thank you
Don
for
Father.
joining us.
Shout him out.
Yeah, exactly. He's always with the heart, man. Hercules says, what's crazy about Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that I never watched the original, but I was obsessed with the story. I've heard about the story. I don't know, like, all I know is this guy that makes a face out of human flesh, and he's got a chainsaw. That I know. That's it. How he does it, why he does it, who gets killed.
I think
know
you know
nothing
how
else.
he does it, dude.
Well, of course we know. You know what I meant in the course of a story. Jackhole. Ace says there are a couple horror movies that are way better than VHS. All right, man. Just let me know what they are. Maybe I'll do them this month. Talea says Texas Chainsaw Massacre is low key lame.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Shots fired. Okay. Listen, I have no opinion on it. I have never seen it. I'm going to watch it, and again, I am terrified because of the true story element. But who knows? Maybe it's my Rambo reaction all over again. but no. I'm going into this like really, really interested about the story. So hopefully it lives up to that at least. But to each his own. So thank you, Talea, for that. Let's see. The Hills Have Eyes is gross, weird, and hysterical. Okay. That sounds.
He's not gonna look at it.
The Hills Have Eyes is. Yeah, you listen. I'm limited. I got you got 4, maybe 5 reactions of scary movies, and I shut that shit down. And then I go into more festive movies in November and December. So far, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is next, and I don't know what's after that. So you guys maybe help me pick that one next. So. Ace, this is I did when you were on the phone with Gabe. Oh, what was that? Just talking to
she's talking to me.
Talea says, I don't know if it's a scary movie, but I had nightmares. But Green Inferno, so scary. Never heard of it.
I never heard of it either.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Or Big Poppy, if you get a chance, find out what that Green Inferno means.
Yeah.
If you hear him typing over there. Ace says there's so many horror movies I want him to watch. She's talking about Gabe, I hope.
She's talking about you, dude.
Oh, okay. Big Homie says, ever watch Contracted? It's freaky and gross. Is it like Contagion? Like one of those type of movies where they show you how viruses spread? You know what we watched, or we've been trying to watch, is the damn Planet of the Apes trilogy.
That's a scary movie. That is a scary movie.
That first
because
one.
It could happen.
Yeah. Spreading of the disease across, and it was funny because I think you and I watched it, Big Poppy. We watched it like 2 years ago. We tried to start watching the series.
Ago.
Yeah, and then we watched it. We watched the second one again, and it recaps. And unfortunately, it was after the pandemic. So then we're like, that shit's totally real. Like if COVID spread like that, that monkey disease could spread just like that. So we were a little bit horrified of that one. Let's see. Let me see who else is on here. Let's see. Oh, they're talking about that movie Contracted. So they're going back and forth on that. Andrew says here, well, now you've seen Monty Python's and the Holy Grail. You now how to tell if someone is a witch. Oh, that's right. They have a whole series or a whole sketch on how to tell if somebody's a witch in that movie, and it's pretty funny. Andrew says, who has scales big enough for us to test? Okay, that's still part of the Monty Python. Let's see. Hercules says, nah, hotels out here don't have a king size guest bed like we do.
Oh wow.
Hercules, man. I'm not gonna sleep.
Still in the
I'm not gonna sleep.
Still in the forest.
Still in the woods, man.
Still in the woods.
You can have a luxury hotel in your home. You can have a hot tub, jacuzzi, a ginormous bed, wait staff, all I can eat. It doesn't matter. You're still in the woods, and I'm still terrified about being at your house, man. I'm gonna need you to chronicle what your house outside your house looks like. I need some video evidence, and I need to see this
at night.
At night. I want you Hercules. I want you to walk out there at night with a flashlight, Blair Witch style, just walking around. If you survive the night, maybe I might come to your house.
If there's no street light, I don't think it's a good idea. That's just my thing.
Oh my god. Let's see. Funsky's talking to Talea, says Green Inferno reminds me of the 70s Italian cannibal films. Oh,
Yeah, from the pictures, it's definitely a movie. That much.
do you have an image? Can you
I don't know if I could show an image. These are really like messed up images.
Okay. All right. I'm definitely gonna look that up after the show because now I'm curious. There's nothing you can show.
I mean, yeah, but maybe it might be taken the wrong way or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of red.
Put it on the screen.
A lot of red. I mean, okay, hold on. Let me just try to get a picture up because we can't like if I show anything on this Google page, I think there might be an issue.
Your Google search? You don't want people to know your Google search?
No, just this like the searches in general are just not it. All right, wait. Let's try to put up one.
Your whole screen is red because I can see your face is red.
Yeah, I know, because it's getting bad. Why isn't it working though? Is the question.
Because it's Green Inferno.
Because it's Green Inferno. It is very scary. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get it to work.
Let's see.
Here we go. That's just a still from the movie.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
that's like
there's
Lost
way worse
Tribes.
pictures. It's way worse pictures in the Google search. But,
oh man,
yeah,
it looks like my countrymen in Peru. Look at that. Hey, I can make that joke.
I'm not gonna say anything on it.
No, okay, they got you.
Yep. Yep.
Get off the screen.
We'll just leave it there. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Chat Mom says I am a witch. Okay.
Confirmed.
Okay.
I was right.
Let's see. Definitely. Let's see. He started with it. No, okay. These guys are just going on and on about this movie, Contracted.
I do like Hercules'
so,
comment. This one, Planet of the Apes is better in Spanish.
It's better in Spanish.
Caesar's casa. I think we should rewatch it in Spanish.
The first time we watched the bootleg version. So, like, if there was any translations, there were no subtitles.
They were just all like, the only words that you knew were what they knew in English.
Right.
The rest were like, okay.
Oh my God. Teleus is here. It's based off Ed Gein, and he skinned his mom and other women and wore their skin. Okay, I'm looking forward to that one for sure.
What a nice guy.
Jesus. Let's see. Llama can find out the 3 endings to the mortuary assistant with me. No, man, we're not playing that game if I'm at your house. What's wrong with you?
That's hilarious.
This is listen, I'm telling you, I would not mind going to visit New Jersey and seeing Hercules and Chat Mom and everybody. That would be fun. I'm legit telling you, I'm a little nervous about your house, man. just the way you described it. That's all. Oh, let's see. Caesar is home. Yeah, the Chat Mom says no street lights. No street lights.
It's a no-go. Don't go.
Yeah. The big homie says the video evidence would make it worse. It's not that bad. You've been to Chobe. Listen, I drove into Chobe and I drove right out of it for a baseball game. That's it. Let's see. Okay. I think we're good. You gotta watch the unrated version. Oh, here we go. Funsky says, Llama, if you have a weak stomach, then definitely avoid Green Inferno. No, I can deal with the gore and violence. If you're telling me that's real or something close to being real, that's when I get a little creeped out. Anyway.
Sorry about my Discord noises.
Pablo says no to Green Inferno.
He says no.
That's probably one that you have to like watch on your own.
He's basically saying cannibal holocaust. I don't know if I could even present that on screen. Like that be the most
but they
difficult
would-
part. Cannibal holocaust. No.
Oh my.
Don't go to Jersey. Okay. Anyway. All right, so let's talk about some topics. Thank you guys. Thank you chat for bringing the fire for sure. Talia says Okeechobee isn't that bad. I mean, at night it's pretty scary, especially because there are wild animals. Yeah, and I'm terrified of those wild animals for sure. I'm a city guy, guys. The Llama likes the city. I like people. I thought Port St. Lucie was going to be something that was just too country for me. And look, they had a Five Guys and a movie theater, and I was like, all right, there's civilization here.
That's how you. What? Llama, have you ever actually been to the country? They don't have movie theaters. Listen, the college I went to HBCU, Drivers Christian College in Big Sandy, Texas. It was literally one road. And on that road, everybody's houses were there, and there was schools on each side, and that was the elementaries, and it was like two different literal cities, quote unquote. It was one road. That's country as hell, bro. Like Port St. Lucie is West Palm compared to those places.
Yeah,
it's
no. I'm like I said, if there's not a lot of people around, I'm terrified. So
if there's one church around that everybody goes to it, you're in trouble.
Exactly. After we've all through through the baseball stuff, we've driven through some towns that were small and you just have the one place, and I don't like it. I like drive right through there as quickly as I can. So
what is it called? Yeehaw Junction? Is that the one
Jesus.
it's called? That place is scary at night. That place is
in the middle of
scary. Just
nowhere.
the name. Ugh,
They have that
no.
that historic hotel,
That got tear down. by-
motel or whatever. No,
It's
forget
done.
that. No. Anyway, so what topics do you want to talk about? There's a bunch of stuff that's happened this week. Where do you want to start, AD? What do you feel like talking about?
I don't care, man. Wherever you go.
All right, let's do a quick hit on the Super Mario Brothers. They released the teaser trailer for Super Mario Brothers. Now, I was reading on the two things, and one was more of a joke, right? That people were cutting up on Mario's rear end, saying it wasn't plump enough, like it wasn't the same as the cartoon or the video game, and which I found hysterical. But upon closer inspection, maybe that's legit. I don't know. The AT's shaking his head already.
What are you talking about? Mario doesn't have a fat enough ass for you, Llama? Is that what you're saying, dude?
No,
it sounds like that's what you're saying.
Sounds
dude.
like it.
It sounds like you want Mario to have a fucking BBL, my boy. That's crazy.
Oh my god. But again, that's the type of analysis you get on the Big Llama Show. Is Mario's ass big enough? And again, that was something that was on.
No, it's not. Nope.
No, it's not. So see, there's legitimacy to our issues.
That's crazy.
No, I think I think someone was being funny with that part of it, but some people were like, yeah, that's true, and I thought that was stupid. But the one thing that I saw the criticism for was Chris Pratt's voice acting for Mario, and so people were happy with some of the other characters that they heard, but they were like really on like pins and needles on like what is he going to sound like. And he sounded like Chris Pratt doing an Italian impression. But
what?
He
sounded like Chris Pratt.
Right.
There was nothing about that sounded Italian. He just sounded like he was recording words. He didn't even try. Like the thing with like Mario, because like every other character, like nobody cares about what they sound like. Let's be real. Nobody cares what Bowser sounds. Nobody cares what Luigi sounds like. Let's be real. But Mario has a distinctive high-pitched Italian accent. They is in everything, every iteration besides like the 1993 iteration, but that's because it was live action. But other than that, every iteration has that high-pitched Mario twang, and he didn't even try. Like he just recorded the voiceovers like, whoa, what is this? Like, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Kingdom?
Uh,
Like Urban Mario.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be good. The animation looks good. Like it looks like it's gonna be phenomenal in the animation department. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm sure it's gonna be a good Mario movie. It's just people are gonna
The
have
butt's
problems
not
with
doing it for
that.
me. I'm having a problem with the butt.
Again, you see it there on the screen. Mario.
All of those
Again,
toad heads have plump heads.
And
Why
also,
can't we
he's
do the same
wearing
thing here?
overalls.
Still,
How many people with overalls
Exactly.
with a fat bum? Not many.
so Leia says it right there. The booty is important. How is he supposed to have velocity?
He's got in the calves.
he doesn't have. He's got big feet. That's it. He has no calves.
Yeah, but it's because it's wearing overalls, baggy overalls. You can't see his shape. He's not wearing Fashion Nova.
Hercules has a good impression there. He says, "It's me. It's a me, Chris Pratt."
Chris Pratt.
No, I mean, listen, you're right. It's iconic. His voice and the mannerisms and the voice actor's still alive. Like he's still around. It's not like the guy passed away or it's like nostalgia and no, the guy still does the voices for all the video games. And people I saw on Twitter and on Instagram were dubbing over the original actor's voice from the video games over the trailer, and so they were like, "Look, see here, I fixed it." And so I don't know, man. I think it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if it takes you out of the movie to have Chris Pratt not necessarily do an accurate Mario impression, but it looks amazing. Like you said, like the animation looks next level, looks great.
But it just looks like a video game. So
Like you see the stitching on his overall,
yeah,
and like the hat too. The back of the hat is like, it looks good,
but it does look like a video game. You're right. I think that's a fair point. So what? And again, will that? I think it's going to look great. I think it's going to be fun to watch, but I don't know. It's again, it's geared for kids, so should make a lot of money. I mean, look at what Minions did. The latest Minions movie made like $1 billion. Like that's crazy. It's insane. So this is from the same studio who did that movie, so they probably know what they're doing. I'd be interested to see how deep into the catalog they go, though, because there's a lot of villains that they could pick from, a lot of different things that can happen. They were already at Mario 64 with those penguins throwing ice. The penguins used to yeet over the hills. That's all I remember is I used to take those penguins and just throw them over the mountain. Anyway, so
murdering penguins out here.
Exactly, man. That's all I would do, man. It was boring because you had to play the same level over and over again to get all the stars, and that was the annoying part of that game. But that was, in my youth, I had the original Mario as a child. I know it's like 35, 40 years ago.
Yeah, as a grown adult, he had the original Mario.
Shut up. I was a kid. I was a little older, but no. Anyway, so that's what people are saying about Super Mario. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. We'll have to keep an eye on the next trailer. I guess people are going to be waiting in anticipation to hear more Chris Pratt talking. And do they fix it? Do they fix it like they did the Sonic stuff?
No.
No, you think they're not going to
bring
Chris Pratt back to do voiceovers again?
Like they paid Chris Pratt the money, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be a part of that project, and they're not changing that at all.
No. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic. Heard rumors, saw some confirmed reports about the Black Adam movie. I guess that they're doing screenings in Mexico and a couple different places, trying to do some test screenings. And it's been either confirmed or close to being confirmed that Henry Cavill is back as Superman, according to the reports.
That's all they can do, man. That's all they can do.
And he's donning the lighter color blue and red suit. And some reports say, and this would have me jumping in my seat in the movie theater, say that when he comes on screen, they play the original John Williams soundtrack, or some semblance of it, so that you know for sure that he's the Superman, which I think is great. But I'm going to say this, again, I was not excited about this movie. I was going to go see it, but I'm not like uber excited. I am now more excited than I know Superman's in it, and they probably should have went with that tagline, or something. I don't know.
It's gonna mark my words. It's gonna be maybe a post credit scene or like something very small. It's not gonna be crazy. It's gonna be. I feel like they did it after the backlash of like the Ezra Miller stuff, like all the stuff WB's been going through. I think they were like, this is the only way we can salvage whatever's going on. Plus, you're making Henry Cavill happy because he's been wanting to play Superman again. So it's like you check off a lot of things off the checklist. I don't think it's gonna be like a groundbreaking. I mean, after last episode of the show, we talked about it. I mean, we were like, yo, the marketing's not there, whatever. This whole week I've been seeing marketing, and it's like very subpar marketing for a movie of this caliber. So to me, them releasing all this stuff is like, we're trying to get people into the theaters. Like, this movie's not going to be great. I guarantee it's not going to be good. He's going to have a part, and if it's like, to me, if he plays a part where he's in the movie for like 30 minutes, that's a W, but I don't think it's going to be even close to that, to be honest. I think it's going to be a very short cameo. He might have like a scene or two, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I just think like the marketing's so bad on this movie that they had to release this information, because I honestly haven't even heard none of what you just told me. You know what I mean? Like, and I've been seeing the marketing of the movie, but I saw memes of like people like, oh, he's coming back. So to me, I just assume like, oh yeah, they dropped some stuff where it's like people know now. So
yeah, and apparently The Rock teased it in some, either Instagram post.
There's like a Twitter video or something like that.
Yeah, that he's like, I'm fighting the most powerful being not from Earth. Yeah. And okay, that could be a number of things, but people are just reading that it's Superman. But again, for me, okay, so it's like No Way Home, right? I think No Way Home, by the time we got to it, we knew like almost definitively like the other Spider-Men were either going to be a part of it or some semblance.
But with No Way Home, I think the thing is like there was anticipation the whole way through. We were hearing things about like who could be in the movie. We were hearing that they were in the movie, but it wasn't confirmed. And then when the trailer came out, everybody was talking about the trailer of how good it was. They were breaking down like, oh, this might be another Peter. This might, you know what I mean? They were doing a lot of like those kind of breakdowns. And then they, the movie came out and we found out like it happened. But with this, it's more like to me, it has to be a marketing scheme. Like with No Way Home, I think that was like a good example, but I think just DC's not executing it right. And like, bro, nothing about this movie seems like exciting, which is, it's kind of sad because like, it's almost like they're trying to use it to rewrite DC's like history now. I mean, even changing his suit and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand like how I want to be excited for this movie. I really do. I don't, but I'm not.
But they're not giving you no reason to.
There's just nothing there, and it's I don't know. I think they're just banking on The Rock. Because it was like I don't know. That's all I see is The Rock is selling it. He's he's the baddest man. It's delayed. It's got poor marketing. I don't know why I want to watch it, other than now Superman's going to be in it. And I'm like, okay, I'm excited for that. So now I'm like, but again, my expectations are now different because of the Superman connection. And now, what if it's not as good? What if it's just a post credit, like you just said?
I mean, even how you describe like they're playing the Superman theme song or whatever, the old one, right? Like that's like, why would they just play it to like let you know that he's Superman, or like like is he that Superman from that timeline but a younger version, or how? And also like there's news about Ezra Miller doing reshoots this last week. So it's like, what are they really doing? Like, are they trying to rewrite the timeline, use Ezra Miller's movie to like put them in the right direction, or they're just trying to put bullshit out so they can make money? Like,
They're making that Blue Beetle movie with
yeah,
the
I'm
Hispanic
excited
kid
about that.
from Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
They
I'm
started
excited
filming.
about that, but also it's like the direction. Like, clearly they're not doing the right thing. So it's like, even if I'm excited for it, what am I really expecting? Like a great film or just like a cash grab? Like maybe they might get me into the theaters. Like I don't care about the Black Adam movie at all. Like
No,
I don't even think I'm gonna go watch it in theaters. Like I'll read about it, I'll watch people review it and talk about it, and if it interests me, maybe I'll go see it. But for the most part, I'm not. Opening week, I'm not going 100%.
yeah. And a funny thing happened. We started talking about Black Adam, and we lost viewers. It's like we said Black Adam, and we're like, oh fuck, turn it off. Hercules says here, I think DC is just making movies, no tie-ins, just live action shit. Again, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. All right, so guys, if you're excited for Black Adam, let me know why, because I need to understand why. And if you think, if you've heard or read anything about the Superman appearance on there, is it a cameo? Is it a post-credit? If you've heard anything, let us know. Be interested in what you guys have read out there. Again, all I've read was that it went to a screener or a screening, and they are confirming this from that screener. So
also, see, like even one screener, like that's why nobody's talking about it, because I'm trying to think. I'm like, bro, I really haven't seen anybody break down. Any of the big like outlets haven't broke it down. And you know, when Marvel drops something or anything happens with Marvel, they're breaking that down immediately. That's a cash grab. So you could tell just by like the culture. It's like, we'll see, man. Hopefully it's good. If it's good and it surprises us, that'll be dope. You know, because then it's like, oh, we didn't expect it.
Well, again, it's not competing directly with Black Panther, but the hype for Black Panther coming up for it, and
even Black
sales,
Panther, like we got the visuals to Black Panther 2 months ago, and then like an actual trailer, and like the hype of that is going crazy. Like people are talking about it. Like they're coming to me because they know I do the podcast. They're coming to me and like, yo, you seen the trailer of Black Panther? Like, what'd you think about it? And like asking me. Nobody's asking me about Black Adam. Like,
exactly.
You know, like Black Panther's gonna win that easily.
Oh, exactly. And again, tickets are on sale for that thing.
I guarantee Black Panther's gonna be the biggest movie this year, easily.
Hands down. Yeah. And you know what? I didn't really want to talk Black Panther, but what I read on there and what some people were talking about is that like the pressure on this movie that it cannot fail. Like it's not, and it's not. They're not. Again, I don't know that they're like putting all their eggs into this basket. It's just the hype. The hype for this has to be real in order for it to be successful. But again, you got Chadwick Boseman's death. You have, all these things that change the landscape. But now the runtime is supposedly really, really good, like a long movie, one of the longest movies, which is good, which is appropriate. They've earned it. But I would tell you this. I think the hype is real. I think it's going to be a great movie. The visuals I saw excite me for sure. And the story is intriguing right now because I don't know much about the story. And even the, is it Shuri or is it Lupita Nyong'o in the suit, or one of the Dora Milaje? That's intrigue. Like, that's great. Yeah. I'm interested in that, but
I think with this movie, they need to honor Chadwick Boseman in a proper way. And then I think they need to give us a good film. I don't think they need to do anything more than that. Like, they honor him in a good way and they make it in the story satisfying as like why Black Panther died. They can't just give us like he fell off a cliff and he just died. You can't give us some dumb shit, but you give us something. And I mean, from all the scenes we've seen of like them honoring him, it's going to be done in a beautiful way. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, people are going to be like probably tearing, I would think. Like, that's how I feel like they're going with it. But also like, I'm hearing a lot of theories about like, there's multiple Black Panthers in the movie. I'm hearing that Dr. Doom might make an appearance in some form, or might be like the behind the scenes bad guy. So like, there's a lot with this movie that I think is going to pave the way for like MCU going forward. That, like I said, if they honor Chadwick in a great way, anything that happens in the movie, we're going to be okay with. Because now if they don't honor Chadwick and they give us like some BS excuse of like why Shuri's the Black Panther and just go on a story about Shuri fighting Namor, nobody's gonna care.
Right.
But you know, there's like a couple things, and I think they're. I mean, like I said, the trailer's getting me hype. The things we're hearing about the movie are getting me hype. The length of it, that means they're taking care of like the story. They're giving us deep dives. We're gonna get the new Iron Man. There's too much about this movie that like I don't think it's gonna fail. I think you got the right people, Ryan Coogler and like these people behind Black Panther. I think got the vision going for that like Wakanda experience, and like I mean even like Namor's gonna be like the first mutant that I think we're gonna see like full extent like mutant powers through Namor, you know?
Yeah.
And it's gonna really like pave the way. So I'm excited, man.
No, for sure. So again, we went from Black Adam to Black Panther. So
because Black Adam's moons.
Exactly. I'm gonna stop saying Black Adam because like you looking at the viewer count, it goes down. Anyway, so again, if you're excited for Black Panther, let us know as well. And if you're gonna get your tickets, November 11th, Black Panther comes out. So excited for that. Next thing, She-Hulk. She-Hulk got herself a little bit of Daredevil.
Why'd you say it like that, dude?
because it's funny, man. It's like they build up for this episode. It's a fun episode. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
And again, here's the thing. I had not watched the original Daredevil show with him. So this is my first exposure to him as Matt Murdock. And I thought the guy was charming. I thought it was great. And I understand he's a little bit more serious in the Netflix adaptation. I mean, you've seen the show.
A little bit more serious, but he's still, at essence, he's the same. He's the same character. It's just like he fits the She-Hulk show, so he was being a little bit funnier in instances that I don't think he would have been funnier in certain parts. You know, like I think it worked for She-Hulk. I mean, I'm glad to see him back and like he picked up where he left off in terms of like being Daredevil. I think that how they portrayed Daredevil, like his movements and like they didn't really. I don't know. It's weird because like they gave us a lot of Daredevil without giving us a lot of Daredevil. They kept
he seemed a little CG, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of CG.
Just me, yeah,
there was a lot. I mean, like his movements were a lot more CG. Like he was like more acrobatic. They're saying, but just in terms of the character, like I feel like they left a lot of things open, but in a good way where they can still ride around it and like give us like a good Daredevil show. So. I'm excited, man. I thought their chemistry together was good. I hope, honestly, I want to see them work together a little bit more and like see that romance build. I don't want to see it just be a one thing and then we never see She-Hulk and Daredevil again, or you know what I mean? Like I want to see this kind of build up to be like a Banner, Scarlet kind of thing in reverse.
Yeah, and you said they were trolling us, right? Like they trolled us,
bro. When you think about like all these shows and like you see all the criticism the show gets, it's like they fixed it in that one episode, and it was like, oh, so you knew what we were gonna talk shit about. I mean, we've like kind of speculated on this last episode, I believe, but like before this episode came out, we were like, they might troll us. I think I said that for sure. I was like, you know, they might just be playing with all our emotions and giving us everything they know we would talk shit about in the show and then troll us. And I think they did. Like even like the end reveal, like I see a lot of people getting flack like the episode kind of should have ended after the Daredevil thing, but in terms of like the story building, it was like, yeah, they're trolling us. Like they were just complaints of like males and like it was just weird. It was like, oh, they were super aware of it. And even like every criticism I seen it fixed. Like even the lawyer stuff. Like they're like, yo, we need good lawyer scenes of banter back and forth. And then in this episode, we get her versus Matt, and they're just going back and forth with like lawyer jargon. It's like, bro, like they really had every beat in this episode, and they just threw it out. So I'm excited. Like if next episode holds up to like how good this one was, because to me this was the best one by far.
Oh yeah,
and like the first one was probably like my favorite out of all the other ones. This one blows the first one out the water because it's like a little bit more established and stuff. And like you think about it, like not a lot of the side characters were in it. Like her friend was even in this episode. But just in terms of like the show writing, like if they give us something like this next week, then season 2 of this is gonna be phenomenal. I think.
Yeah, and I love the fact when she breaks the fourth wall and says, "So the show should end about right now, right? Like we've done everything you think you're gonna like. It should end right now. Oh, this is that episode where we do something a little different." And I was like, "Oh God," but yeah, ended on a great note. That again, the main villain in this is that intelligentsia, that whatever that operation is.
Yeah.
And so that's great because Titania is a one note character and it's fun, but it's the same shit. So now there's intrigue on this organization. She loses her shit at the end. I mean, listen, the episode had everything: the court stuff. It had the fighting sequences, and we wanted Daredevil in there. We got Daredevil and her fighting. We got Daredevil doing the walk of shame. We got all that stuff. I mean, it was so much fun. It was fun to watch. And yes, when she says, "Didn't the episode feel a little long?" I'm like, yeah, it does feel a little long. Meaning, like, I thought it would end soon. And then they had that whole sequence. It was just great. It was great. But I was excited, man. I thought I'm excited. For the first time, I'm like really excited for the next episode to see what happens next. Versus just I enjoy the show. I'm going to watch it next week. Now I'm like, okay, I wonder how they're going to take the story. So I think they did their thing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, to me, there's nothing more to say. Like, I want to see how they end the season, because at this point, there are a lot of things that I want. Like, if we had a whole season of like how this show was, it'd be probably one of the best Disney streaming shows. You think about it, like,
yeah.
This episode had legitimate everything. I think like the end of it, I don't know. I feel like the main villain kind of stuff is gonna be like lacking, because I don't think they're kind of trying to build the intelligentsia to be like overarching. Like there's tie-ins to like the new Captain America movie, things like that. So they're trying to make that be like the street. To me, it's like the street level Thanos, but for street level like fight. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, they're gonna try to tie it into like the street level stuff. It's probably not gonna go past that unless like they do like a Kang meets one of them type of thing. But I don't know. It's too early to tell. Yeah, maybe. And I think that's what they're trying to build up with this. And it was like, for this show, who's gonna be the main bad guy? Because they haven't built too many people up. Like, I mean, she gave us that hint last episode. Like, is it gonna be like a Red Hulk? Like, to me, that was a throwaway line to where like it's not going to be a Red Hulk. It's going to be more like building towards the Red Hulk, and we'll probably get it maybe season 2 or She-Hulk. Because if this show gets popular, then and they get the rights to her Hulk, a She-Hulk movie would be probably the perfect thing to do, right? Like if this show gets traction. So I see like they're trying to build towards that, but like for this particular season, I'm like, how can it wrap up really satisfying? Like, truly, like who's gonna be the villain where you're like, I'm glad it's this guy, and like I'm excited, like, because it's right now it's looking like the boyfriend, that the one that like videotaped her, and then the weirdo are like in cahoots and they're just working for the organization. That's what it looks like to me. So it's like, what are we doing with this?
I know. I don't know how it could end, and that's going to be problematic for most people. Is how does the series end and lead for a season 2? But again, best episode I think we've watched of this one. Sure. I think you get what you asked for. You get the Daredevil. You get all the things that him fighting. It was good. It was good. I think it was a great episode. Let's see what happens this next episode coming out. Is it the next one the finale or no?
Yeah, it's the last episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't even know what the runtime is on it, but I'm hoping it's a good chunk, a good 45-minute episode to kind of seal the deal. Because if you do a 20-minute one or 25-minute one,
I did have a theory.
What's that?
All right, it's gonna sound kind of dumb and crazy, but with what you're saying about like how the episode extended, and she's like, "Oh, like I thought, the episode was gonna end, whatever." I was thinking when I was watching, I was like, "What if they played us like that to hit us with like maybe the season's a little bit longer than we expected, and there's like a little bit more because with the fourth wall breaking show, you can really like kind of play with something like that, where it's like, oh, maybe we have 3 more episodes in the talk that is going to be the real season finale, but like let's make them think this is the season finale. We've teased them in the episode before, where it's like, oh, the episode's a little longer, and then like at the end of the season's like, hey, like there's a couple more episodes, like stick around the next couple weeks, and maybe you might find, like with the fourth wall breaking show, I was like, might be the perfect time to do that, and it would be unprecedented for like Marvel to do something like that. So it'd be like, well, like I think that would really get people, because if they can give us an episode like this level, like that's what I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, if they give us something like this, like they can have something in their back pocket that might play with us, especially if they really did troll us and they're like, they knew what we were going to talk shit about because they've seen it, they get all the info, like if they played with us like that throughout the whole season and did it intentionally, maybe they can, we got one more card to hit you with. And that would be kind of crazy. Like think about it, like the reaction of like, there's 3 more episodes and this is going to be the arc. That might be internet breaking.
That's an insane theory. I mean, I love it. I think that would be great. Like, give me more She-Hulk. Give me more of that. And then surprise me, because we're all expecting this grand finale next week or this week. And it's like, can they stick the landing? And what if they like show you some shit and they go, guys, you don't think we'd end it like that?
Yeah.
Boom.
With a line like that, simple, like, and now we have a couple more episodes, and it's like, oh wow, like, they really pulled the rug from us. So like that would be cool, but that's just me thinking of like, I'm an innovator, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
No, hey, you might look, you might be on point there. All right, so guys, let us know what you thought of the She-Hulk episode. Make sure you hit us up in the comments there. What was your favorite part? Did Daredevil live up to your hype? That'd be interested to see what you guys think of that for sure. All right, so we got one more topic, and I know you haven't seen the movie, but we'll keep it so it's spoiler free. But we did want to bring up the new Marvel special, The Werewolf by Night, which is the title of my trip to Hercules' house. Werewolf by Night, definitely interesting. Again, I know you don't care if we spoil it, but we really want you to, because I know you're going to watch it. So I'm not going to. Yeah, I listen. Visually, this is the good part, right? Like, is the great thing about this, and I think I've said this before about other specials, like What If, and that is that when they tell you it's not part of the canon, maybe it's a special or it's just like a one-off episode, you can enjoy it for exactly what it is. And I think that's the way I look at this episode here. It was surprising, it was scary, but not not like VHS scary, but
like corny. Like a corny.
Yeah,
scare.
I mean, it was fun. It was they had jump scares. They had, and AD, I'm not ruining anything when I tell you, essentially they have, monster hunters, which is great. And then you've got this
Hunter's
lore.
Moon, dude. The Hunter's
Moon. You've got this lore of these, monster hunters. You've got, the great visuals. It's in black and white, and it does look very grainy, even on 4K TVs. Like it's a grainy image.
It looks old.
Yeah, and they gave it almost like a filter of burn spots and all kinds of like little pixelations. So it does look old. But when they have the color elements, like you see this right here, it's actually impacting. It's great. So I would tell you, like, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was just long enough because I didn't know anything about this property, just long enough where I enjoyed it, but short enough where I said, oh, I could have used some more, or there could have been a little bit more story to it. But I think that's the thing about the show is like it's an experiment, I think. To see
but also a lot of these characters are in like the Midnight Sun, so I think like as much as they say it might just be a one-off, I think they're gonna try to incorporate these characters because these characters would fit well in like the Blade universe, or they are in the Blade universe, So like, I think they have plans for these characters succeed in this. Like I think it was kind of an experiment, but also like let's see if we could do it in this different way, or if not, we'll probably like bring these same characters back in another way if it doesn't work. But I think from what it sounds like, a lot of people enjoyed like how it was portrayed.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like I said, the creepiness, the creepy elements of it are in the first half of the show, where you're just kind of learning about why things are happening and why they're where they are. And then after that, it gets a little cartoonish and it gets a little bit more fun. But again, that's the fun part. We joked when we watched it. We said, imagine the because it was a little bit. It is graphic. There are some pretty good graphic deaths.
Yeah.
In the show, which is great. But we were joking around. Said, imagine a kid is kind of surfing around Disney Plus and he ends up on Werewolf by Night. He's gonna be terrified. He's gonna be asleep for a month. I mean, but because the first 20 minutes or so is intriguing. It's scary. It's quiet. It's not like in your face, but you're like waiting for something to happen. And then there's a couple of jump scares here and there. So definitely check it out, AD.
Too.
What's that?
The music does a great job too. It makes everything like tense. Whenever doing stuff.
Yeah. And what's interesting is the director is the same guy who does all the Michael Gianchi, I think his name is. I don't know how to pronounce
it's something like that.
Yeah, he is the one who's done like all these soundtracks for Disney Pixar, for a bunch of movies, and now he's putting his he's also the director of this, and he's also the musical. He provides the music, so he puts his whole vision together, and it's great. It's great. It's good visuals, fun time for sure.
Nice.
So
yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see we'll get that next week, what your reactions are to it if you get a chance to watch it next week. Because I'd be interested to see, because your perspective would be way different than mine, AD, and I think you're the younger audience who may or may not see it the way I see it. I just saw it as a almost like a love letter to the old monster movies, and it was fun. It was campy, but for you might look at it a little bit different. So I'm definitely interested in your take on it for sure. All right. Well, listen, guys, I think we've gotten to the end of our show. I think we've covered a lot of topics. We had a great time. The chat was bumping. So thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you for coming by and joining us on Sunday Night Live Stream. Again, we've got content coming up this upcoming week. AD and myself will be recording the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift episode for the Be Kind Rewind podcast. That's going to be happening this week and probably released late in the week. We're also going to be doing a first-time movie reaction to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original classic. Can't wait to watch that one. And AD, are you streaming this week, or what's your schedule look like? Are you still really busy with school and work?
Yeah, I mean, I'll stream whenever. Like yesterday, we had like a good long stream, so I'm trying to get as many as I can in the week. It's not really set. We'll probably stream like after this ends. We'll probably stream in like an hour or so. We'll be on my channel streaming for like the post Llama. So we'll see. I'm excited, man. I'm just trying to get back. I feel like I've lost a touch on the stream side. Like I'm like forgetting to read chat sometimes, and like so I'm trying to get back into it, but I'm trying to put as many hours as I can.
And you know what? I wanted to ask you, maybe for next week, we can talk about, I don't know if you noticed the Twitch changes on the advert, on the money and stuff, and how that impacts you. I think that'd be an interesting topic, because I've seen now a lot of Twitch streamers are now on YouTube. Like they've jumped ship and they're doing their shows and their streams from YouTube. But I find YouTube to be very restrictive. So I'm curious.
YouTube's discoverability is not as good in terms of streaming. Maybe like videos and stuff. Like if you're posting videos constantly and you're streaming on YouTube, you'll get like a lot more. The algorithm will favor you more. But in terms of Twitch, like you can just scroll like whatever game you're looking for, scroll all the way down. Like think about it. Like Vanguard probably only has like at its peak now, maybe 1,000 at the most viewers. So it's like however many people are streaming to 1,000 viewers. So you can scroll down, find my stream, and be like, oh, I want to see if this guy, is cool or whatever. But in terms of like YouTube streaming, it's not like easy to find people. But I think if Twitch doesn't fix what they're doing and like really get back to like what made them poppin', they're gonna lose all their streamers. Like everybody's talking about it because there was like contracts that you couldn't multi-stream on. Like if you're a Twitch partner, you couldn't stream on YouTube. But now they lifted that. So now people are like testing the YouTube market. You're starting to see big people on Twitch go to YouTube and just be like, I mean, there's a Pokemon guy that I follow. He has 1 million people on 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but his main content of streaming is on Twitch. And he's been like starting to stream on YouTube because he has the fan base already. And it's like, yo, if they're gonna pay me more, they're gonna give me more say on what I do with my content. I'm gonna go that way. So I think if Twitch doesn't fix it, you might see that dissolve. And like as somebody who's like coming up in Twitch, you really want to look at it like, should I commit to Twitch? Maybe do both, or maybe just commit to the YouTube grind fully and like post the videos, stream only on YouTube, and like build the community on there. Because like I said, if they're not fixing it, they're gonna lose a lot of people.
Yeah.
And YouTube's not afraid to throw the bag at people either.
Right. And that's the thing. They've lifted a bunch of things on YouTube as well. They made it easier for shorts and easier for Twitch streamers. They're doing everything to try to bring those guys in. Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting time for sure. Like I said, I've just seen more and more people on YouTube gaming, and I was like, and my notifications, a lot of my notifications are for people gaming. So they're definitely pushing that hard. Hercules says, I've definitely been trying to play both sides to see what's up. Yeah, with them lifting the restrictions on the number of view hours and how many shorts, you start making money for shorts and get all this stuff that you can get money for, it's attractive. It's lucrative and it's attractive. And shorts, I think, they're trying to compete with TikTok, on that. So yeah, they're trying to incentivize people to create more shorts in YouTube. But anyway, I'm always very interested in how all those dynamics work. So, do you have a post Llama stream tonight, or are you
probably like in an hour after we get off here?
Okay, so guys, if you're interested to keep watching Blackout AD on the post Llama stream, he'll be on his Twitch channel, Blackout_AD. Check him out for that for sure. Again. Join us next week, next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Big Llama Show. Watch the videos. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. If you want to support the show, that's how you do it. If you like the Big Llama Show merch, go on the YouTube channel. There's a link. There's links everywhere. Let us know for sure. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, chat. Thank you, AD. Thank you, Big Papi Angie. I'm the Big Llama. This Big Llama Show, guys. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Later.